Hey guys, Chris from Provo Beast Audio Installation, and today we're doing a backup camera install on this 2007 Chevy Silverado. In this install, we're going to show you how to run all the wiring, mount the camera, get everything hooked up to the radio, and do a test here for you. So as we get started here, we're not going to show you how to pull this out just because we already have a video on it. So I'm going to throw a link down in the description or in a card above to easily show you how to pull this on out. Now the backup camera kit we decided to go with is by WordCam. It's a full aluminum license plate backup camera. It comes with a video cable with an inline trigger or power wire that runs in parallel with the whole video cable, essentially bringing the signal from the camera output into the video input on the back of the radio. Comes with a power harness, wiring instructions. Now it does come with this Allen tool, which allows you to tighten and customize the angle of the actual camera on the license plate itself. This is full frame. It's, again, nice sturdy aluminum. It's really nice build quality. I'm super surprised. Has night vision LEDs, infrared LEDs on the camera itself. And then this is where that power harness plugs in for power and ground to power the camera. And here's your video output, which again, this wire carries the signal from this all the way up to the radio. So this is the kit that we're going to go ahead and go with. We're going to run this the length of the vehicle, starting from the back license plate area all the way to the front, and one end will connect into the video camera input on the back of our chosen radio. Okay, so with the radio out, with the backup camera video wire, we have that run through, and what we did is we just fished it down and fished it outside of the fuse panel here. We loomed it up underneath the dash just so it has a little bit more protection, but that comes out here. Now what we're going to do is plug this into the brown RCA input on the back of the radio. That's the reverse camera input, and this wire that runs in parallel with our RCA video cable can be used in multiple instances. You can use it as a trigger wire, meaning this other end you'd connect into the positive wire on the reverse light to trigger the radio to go into reverse mode when the truck is backing up. Or you can use it as, it may be a little bit thin of a gauge, but you can still use it as a power wire, just an accessory wire for your camera. So you can have that camera running all the time when the truck is on. So you can use the backup camera more than just in reverse. So it's up to you on how you wire it. Our Pioneer radio, the purple white trigger wire, we've actually already soldered up. We're using a smart harness here, and that smart harness provides a reverse trigger. It just runs through the CAN bus of the truck. So the nice thing is we don't have to run a separate wire to that reverse light. And this provides us that trigger. So when the truck goes in reverse, through the trigger that's generated by our smart harness, it'll trigger the radio to go into reverse mode automatically without the need of us running its own cable. So what we're going to do, instead of using this as a trigger wire, since our camera has such a low amperage requirement, we're going to use this as our power wire to power the camera when the key is on. So this wire we're actually going to connect into, we have a red wire off our harness that we wired in. It's just an accessory wire, and what we're going to use is that wire, and we're going to connect that in to supply accessory power to the camera when the truck is on. So with that little red wire connected into our radio's accessory wire, which is just this solid red. Again, this we just heated off so we could have easy access and utilize this wire. So this wire on the other end of this RCA is going to go to our camera's power positive input, the red wire on the camera cable, and that'll power the camera. So at this point, we're going to plug that on in, get the radio back in the dash, and continue running our video cable. Okay, so we went ahead and pulled back the carpet, allowing us access to run our backup camera video wire through this grommet here on the floor. With that grommet, we'll just poke a hole next to the existing cable. And what that's going to allow us to do is have a nice easy access to go down along the frame rail to the rear of the truck, so we can connect our camera and power wire to that license plate area. So with the wire that I've poked through that grommet here, and it's down below, I'm actually going to protect it just a little bit more by adding this split loom to it. And we're going to run this the length of this wire all the way to the back there. Okay, so at this point, we got this basically all put back together, and we got the split loom over our wire there. We just have it run all the way to the back for now. What we're going to do at this point is get up underneath the truck. As dirty as it may be, fortunately this truck has a nice lift, giving us plenty of space. But what we're going to need to do is run our split loom wire along the frame rail, zip tying it along the factory loom, working our way. Now we're going to have to go kind of up. It goes up and over the gas tank, but what it's going to do from there is allow us to have the length that we need to connect to our video wire. Now the video wire output on our camera, which we have mounted, we have that hanging down here for now. So the signal coming out of this camera will go into that video wire, and then we'll need to hook up our power and ground for the camera to operate as well. So we're going to get up underneath the truck and start running that cable. Alright, we have run that split loom with a wire in it. Let's get under the truck and kind of give you a glimpse of how we did that. So there's where it comes out. And ran that split loom, zip tying it to the existing wiring harness there. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. You can kind of see it come up there, up underneath, up and over the bed supports there, heading down there, and it comes out right there. So remember that power wire for our camera? Well, there's a positive and negative on there, and we soldered onto that red lead. Remember, that's connected into the accessory wire on the other end on our wiring harness. Well, we soldered there. We'll put the heat shrink over it, and then we just need to now hook up our ground, and then this will connect into our power plug. The video wire will connect into the video plug, just like that. So we just need to get our ground prepped, and we're just about there. Okay, so I got our video wire connected, and I got our power wire connected. I'm going to put some heat shrink over the connections and then finish looming it, zip tying it up, and we are good to go. Now you saw us run our ground up underneath and ground it to the tail light, and then obviously the power runs all the way up to the front. Okay, everything's all hooked up. Let's go ahead and get this a test. Obviously the radio's all back in the dash. I haven't popped everything back together just to ensure that we can confirm all was working correctly. So first thing you always need to do is ensure that your backup camera is set to turn on. So we'll go to camera settings. Ours is set to on and a battery, which is perfect. So with that being said, we should be able to put it right in reverse. There we are. That's a great view. Pull out of reverse. Okay, awesome. And since we wired the camera power not just to the reverse light, but instead to switch power behind the radio, if we go to the camera here, we can switch to the camera. So if we're going down the highway and we're towing and we want to see what's behind us, we can do so. Perfect. That's about it. If you have any questions on this install, just go and post a comment below. Thanks guys for watching the channel. Appreciate the support, and we will see you in the next video.